You know, I'd got the ash and the dust off his face and everything, and promised we wouldn't leave him. Sorry. But he never uttered a word, never said he was in pain. My name's Harry Cragg. I always wanted to join the army myself, and straight away at the age of 16 joined junior soldiers, and that was it. I never turned back after that. And my time in service was with the Queen's Green Guards, which is known as the Tank Regiment or Armoured Corps Regiment. I did 4 tours of Northern Ireland, including a 2-year tour, starting in 1980, without a doubt. The worst day was Sunday the 23rd of October 1983, and that was in Beirut. The Americans were attacked by a suicide bomber at 6:20 in the morning, Sunday morning. The suicide bomber in a Mercedes truck blew up the battalion landing team's building, which is 4 stories, and it imploded, killing that day alone 241 Marines. We went over to help to rescue the survivors, etc. One of the boys actually found somebody still alive, being crushed to death. I then crawled through and tried to offer the guy some comfort. He didn't moan, didn't say a word. I felt in the gap between the concrete. Couldn't feel anything, so his body must have been twisted or something. A couple of minutes later, I stood getting some air, still shouting back to the guy that I'm here and I'm not going to leave him. And as I turned to come back in, a young officer, a Marine officer, American Marine officer, grabbed hold of me, said, "We expect this is going to fall in the next couple of minutes." And a young lad, I don't know if he ever survived to this day. I doubt it, because 4 floors of concrete, and what I could see was just probably about 4 or 5 inches of his face being crushed, and really horrible. I actually spoke to one of the sergeants on a R&R flight going home, asking him if he thinks I'd gone mad or something, because I could still see it, and ended up waking up and doing all sorts, you know. And in the end, I left the military. A weight off my shoulder for a while, but then the ghost and the nightmare came back, and I got worse. My drinking was quite heavy. Trying to end my life a couple of times. I mean, walking with the wounded were the people who stepped in when I had my PTSD diagnosed. The support from the Veterans Foundation going into Walking with the Wounded obviously have been so beneficial. For the simple fact is, I'm here today, whereas I wouldn't have been. For everyone who's donated, no matter how big or small, I'd like to thank them, because without their support, some of the veterans wouldn't be here today. And it's a big thank you from me. If you'd like to support charities like Walking with the Wounded or veterans like me, please play the Veterans Lottery.